Putting himself on Mount Rushmore, T.I. said he, Jeezy, and Gucci Mane are the top 3 pioneers of the trap sound. He let fans decide the 4th face in the next poll, and the majority insisted that Future deserved to be the 4th face on Trap Rushmore. T.I. also gave credit to artists not from Atlanta who helped popularize trap music, like Boosie Badass, Yo Gotti, and Rick Ross. T.I. said Lil Baby, 21 Savage, Moneybagg Yo, and Young Thug are currently pushing the trap genre further. Okay, so T.I. said he, Gucci, and Jeezy, they should be on this this Mount Rushmore trap people that started trap, okay? And the majority, they picked Future, okay? Now, far as on the genre of trap, yeah, okay, I can agree with that. But maybe a producer could have went up there, because without that sound, we wouldn't have trap. Okay, trap is, yeah, we talking about jugging in the trap house. We talking about flipping and making money, but without those trap beats, without that sound that Lex Luger, Zaytoven, and Metro Boomin brought, it wouldn't be no trap music. You know, the lyrics, the artists are just as important to trap music as the producers, okay? Those beats were very important to trap, okay? Because the beats is what did it. Everybody liked the beats. You know, before trap music, like around in the snapping area, the beats were real friendly sounding. You know, they weren't really mean sounding beats, okay? You had mean lyrics, but the beats, they weren't that mean back in, you know, back in 07, 08, 09. The beats wasn't that mean sounding, okay? Now when trap started, when Jeezy came out with that first album, he changed the sound, all right? And Tip changed the sound with his trap albums. Jeezy changed the sound with his first album, and Waka Flocka Flame was also changing the sound of everything, because he had a lot of Lex Luger beats, okay? So they all played a part in this trap music thing, okay? So I agree with T.I., but don't forget about the producers, all right? Now, okay, so far as this trap music, it was a few rappers rapping about hustling in the 90s. They wasn't calling it trap, you know, it didn't have the beat or the instrumentation that would make it a trap song. But far as the ingredients of it, the hustling, it was a few rappers talking about hustling, like about E40, Rich the Factor, you know, they were talking about hustling. There are some underground artists, okay? So it was a few artists talking about hustling back in the 90s, all right? But it became real popular. Rapping about hustling became real popular in like the late 2000s, like when Gucci Mane was coming, that time when T.I., Gucci Mane, all them was coming, that's when it, you know, it was really became popular, all right? That trap music, I'm rapping about hustling. That became real popular around, I say about 04, 05 on the mainstream level. Remember, underground artists have always rapped about hustling, all right? Well, a few, not a lot. Okay. Okay, now he put Boosie in there. I don't agree with the Boosie one, all right? I don't look at Boosie as a trap artist, all right? He's more of like a street artist to me, okay? He's more of like a Tupac, all right? Tupac wasn't really he got a few songs about getting money and you know, trapping, hustling or whatever, but Tupac wasn't really that type of artist. Boosie remind me more of like a Tupac type of artist, more street, more hood, more ghetto, do what he got to do when he got to do it to get to where he got to be. But Gucci, Jeezy, and T.I., they seem more, and people like Shorty Low, they seem like they was more you know, almost every song was, we get money, we trapping, you know. It was, you know, almost every song was talking about hustling in the hood, okay? Where Boosie's catalog is not like that. He don't talk about hustling a lot like that, flipping money and doing a lot of that. Boosie made his money, did a little hustling when he was young, but he got signed early, so he wasn't doing all that selling, you know. He was buying and, you know, drinking lean more than anything, but he wasn't selling like that. Okay. Now Lil Baby. Now look, I heard Lil Baby was hustling before he got on, but as far as his music doesn't reflect to me modern day trap artist music. And that means when I say that, I'm saying a majority of that music, 7 songs out of 10 is gonna be about hustling. Okay, whether wherever I'm at in my career, I'm still hustling. Okay, and that's what when I hear trap songs, trap artists really, you supposed to motivate the trappers in the hood to get more money, motivate the person in the trap house, you know, by talking about, I'm flipping this, I'm moving this, I'm moving this. And when I hear Lil Baby, I don't really hear him talking about flipping, and I don't hear him talking about bells and all that type of stuff, and just, you know, just overly talking about hustling and drug activity. I don't hear that in Lil Baby's music like you would hear it in somebody like Gucci Mane's music. Gucci Mane was hustling. Like, from his music, you can have $20 in your pocket and feel like, hear a few Gucci songs and feel like, hey, I can hit the block, get a double up, work my way up to a teenager, work my way up to a ball, work my way up to a 7, and get rich. But I don't get that from that flipper mentality from Lil Baby's music. Okay. Now, now, Young Thug. Do I consider Young Thug as a trap artist, somebody that's keeping trap going? No, I'm gonna say no. He got a few, like out of 10 songs, he may have about, out of his 10, he may have about 2 on there where he talking about hustling. So his music ain't talking about a lot of, we in the trap house hustling, 12, we looking out the window, 12 at the door, old lady across the street, she looking through the blind. You know, his music isn't really about, you know, trapping like the way Gucci Mane, T.I., and Jeezy's music would. I don't get that from his music, okay? I don't. All right, now. Okay, so now some other people he mentioned. Rick Ross. Now that's somebody I consider a trapper, because if we put his catalog out, 8 out of 10 songs, he gonna be talking about hustling, all right? Flipping, making money, raw, you know, pushing stuff. His stuff has a very, you know, is a very strong trap in the, you know, Rick Ross, you'll hear a few songs, and like I say, you'll be ready to jump out there and flip some. Okay, you'll be ready to flip some raw, some. Yo Gotti, same thing. Most of his music was about trapping, even back when Gucci Mane and all them was coming up in the 2000s. Gotti was, you know, talking about hustling, you know, straight up moving that white. So that's what Gotti was rapping about. So I give him that. Moneybagg Yo, not really. Some way. So here's a little bit. I'll give him that a little bit, maybe. Okay, but like I say, Moneybagg Yo ain't nobody I really go to hear hustle music, you know, like a Jeezy. But I will say Moneybagg Yo may have 4 or 5 songs out of 10 that talk about a little hustling. I give him that. Now, somebody that wasn't mentioned, I thought Young Dolph would have been mentioned. Now, a lot of his music is about trapping and hustling and getting money. I give him that, all right? And 21 got some trap music, of course, okay? All right, but now his current music, it's not, you know, it ain't talking about I'm in the trap, you know. And I know when rappers advance and they start doing other stuff, you know, they be wanting to rap about that, but, you know, a lot of the trappers don't be advancing. Trappers at the trap house, okay? They not real trapper. they trapping and they get out the game. But a lot of trappers, they don't plan to get out the game. You know, some people plan to trap. It's people that plan to trap forever. They never gonna stop trapping. Okay, so when a rapper transition and stops talking about the trap house and the trapping, then they lose touch with the trappers because remember the hardcore trappers, you know, they living in they trapping. They're not coming out that trap house. You know, they trapping. Whether they even if they got a job, they got a job somewhere. They get off work, they trapping. At work, they trapping. So you got to constantly be feeding them that trap music. So you got to constantly be feeding them that trap music now. Now, the thing with trap music is, I think what put trap music in a decline, okay, was drill, okay? And I'll give ATL their props on trap music. They did put trap music out there, with those lyrics and that beat, and they put it all in one package and put it out there. But drill came and kind of put trap in a decline, okay? Where at one point it was all about trapping. Every song was almost about trapping, getting money, hustling. And when drill hit about 010, 011, 009, trap went into decline, okay? And it was only a few people that stayed true to the trap, okay? And everybody really then switched over to drill, okay? The youngsters, they don't rap about trapping, okay? They rap about trapping a little bit, but it's more drill than trap. Or if they do rap about trapping, it's with some drill, all right? A lot of them, to be honest, they just not trapping like the people used to trap. These youngsters, they get jobs, they get a few blicks. As long as they got some money coming in from their job and they got some blicks, and they can get on social media and do a money fan and all that, they ain't the hustlers like we were back in the early 2000s and all. They ain't out here hustling like that, okay? The newer generation is more, like I say, they'll get a job, they may make some money on the internet, something like that, and they get them some blicks, little baby ARP that they be walking around with, and they get some drip, and they just not the hustlers and the trappers that everybody used to be like like when Gucci Mane and T.I. and Jeezy were in their prime. Okay, the youngsters back in those days, the youngsters was all about trapping. Now the youngsters are all about drilling. Okay, they're all about drilling. To be honest, the youngsters, they really don't care about money like that. Okay, they just want money to get the few things that they need, and they care more about people. They care more about people disrespecting they ops. They care more about people disrespecting they dead. Okay, they all about banging and doing all that. So that's what the youngsters are into nowadays, and they've been on drill for over 10 years, and I'm wondering, what's next, okay? Because drill done had the crown for a long time, and it's steady holding the crown, okay? It's steady holding that crown, okay? So right now we just we got off in the trap, and then trap got off in the drill. Drill took those trap beats and turned it into drill. That's when what's his name? Young Chop took what Lex Luger was doing it, and he then turned it into a drill beat. And then them UK producers then took what Young Chop was doing it, and they then took the drill beats to a whole nother level, okay? But it all started with that Lex Luger and Waka Flocka and all them, okay? Gucci Mane and all them. All right, y'all. I'm out of here.